Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Carleen Dyer, and as you can tell by the title of this video today, I'm going to be talking about my plant-based diet. I get asked a lot why I decided to become a vegan, so I decided that in this video I'm going to attempt to explain and elaborate as to why I decided to choose this type of diet. So if you're interested to know more, stay tuned. If you would have asked me 4 years ago if I would ever be a vegan, I would probably respond to you by asking you, what's a vegan? Because frankly, I didn't know what that meant. And if I remember correctly, I wasn't so nice to people who were vegetarians because I thought we all need meat, animal products in our diet. I had the meat at every meal almost, and animal product was everywhere I ate, everywhere I went. It was in my plate. So no, I would never have thought that today I would have taken it a step further and gone vegan, where I just 100% plant-based, no meat products, no animal products in my diet. So for those vegetarians out there, please, I apologize sincerely for having made fun of you, because now I find myself in a similar situation where people make fun of me or question my decision or think it's just completely crazy. And so now I know how you must have felt just being vegetarian, and for that I truly apologize for that. So I have struggled with my health for some time now, and one of the ways that I used to go about it to remedy some of these issues was to cleanse my body. So the way I used to cleanse is by detoxing, and I used a lot of various forms of fasting in order to get rid of some toxins. The type of health issues I had were regarding my digestion and my reproductive system. So I would do a lot of reading and researching about it, and then just cleanse through fasting. So over 3 years ago, in order for me to go about my cleansing, I decided to try a grape cleanse, where I would eat grapes, only grapes, for about a month. And once I was done with my grape cleanse, I decided to jump straight into the vegan diet. So see what happened during that time where I was doing the cleanse. I stumbled on a show on PBS, and on that show they were talking about veganism. And there was a doctor on that PBS special. I believe his name is Michael Greger. And so he was promoting a book called How Not to Die. So that's a very catchy title, and it caught my attention. So I decided to sit and watch the show. So in his presentation, he explained that they had done thousands of studies where they had compared vegetarian diets with vegan diets, and basically all types of diets were compared to each other, and the results always came out that the vegan diet was the number one diet to repress the most illnesses. So there's different forms of vegetarians, some of them who eat eggs, others who eat fish. For the most part, they don't eat red meat. Hopefully no chicken as well, but I'm not too sure about that because I was never vegetarians. Some of them like to eat seafood. So all these different types of diets were compared to the vegan diet, and the vegan diet always came out on top for repressing all types of illnesses. So, being a scientist myself, I could not overlook those results. So, they got me thinking. And so, I decided that I didn't want to end up with certain things like certain illnesses such as diabetes. I mean, I seen around me what kind of illnesses people were suffering from, and if it had anything to do with the things that they keep putting into their bodies, I figured, okay, I don't want to be 60 and on pills for the rest of my life. So if I do this early, I would have a longer, more quality life if I just go plant-based. And this is why, after watching that PBS special, I decided to jump right into a vegan diet. I suppose the way I jumped right into the vegan diet by doing a grape cleanse happened to be a smart way for me, because a lot of vegetarians stay stuck in the vegetarian diet. They hesitate to go towards complete 100% plant-based a lot of the times because they are hooked on cheese, they're hooked on the dairy, they love the butter. And it was only after I'd taken that decision that I started to watch documentaries on YouTube, such as What the Health and Hope and various other types of documentaries, that I learned that there is a certain chemical that is resembling to morphine that you find in cheese. And that would explain some of the reasons why people are hooked on the dairy and don't want to go 100% plant-based. But luckily for me, because I had done my cleanse, I guess I had removed a lot of these toxins in my body, and when I went straight to veganism, I didn't crave cheese or these things that I was used to eating so much. Through all of the documentaries that I watched, I learned about how the meat industry contributes so much to the pollution that we are experiencing today, more polluted than the automobile and the various forms of transportation combined. So that's something serious to look into. I also realized how much animal cruelty was behind these farms and so on and so forth. And for the dairy industry, I felt sad for some of those cows that are repeatedly impregnated in order to give birth, to provide milk for us and what we need to make the various cheeses. But I didn't know that right after she gives birth, they strip the baby away from the cow. And the cow is known to cry for days and sometimes weeks because of the fact that they took her baby away. And oftentimes the baby is used to become veal, and so that baby gets chained to some kind of wall and can't move and has a very short and unhappy, uncomfortable life. And so the cow itself, after 7 to 8 years, I would say, I learned that between 3 to 8 years they live in those conditions where they are repeatedly impregnated in order to give milk. And after that time, well, it's too much for their bodies, and so they die. And so they use their skin for leather, and they use the meat for burgers. And so I felt like how sad for these cows to go through their lives like this, just so that we can have some meat to eat and some cheese. Anyways, for me, I just was happy that I had made this decision, but I made the decision based on my health first, and then when I saw all these documentaries, it kind of like reaffirmed my decision and supported why I am still a vegan today. I wanted to add that the cow would normally live something about 18 years if it wasn't for all these impregnation that they do to her in order for us to have her milk, because they don't let her baby use the milk that we want to use dairy for ourselves. So in my case, I find that being vegan makes me a little antisocial because in my circle of friends, I am the only one who eats vegan. In my family, I don't know really anybody that is completely 100% plant-based. And so I feel sometimes like I'm like the black sheep of the family, but slowly but surely they are coming around and understanding where I am coming from, and they are trying to make smarter choices. Some people have called me crazy, but I'm like, is it really crazy because you feel you can't do it? Because I find that there is a lot of power behind choosing to be vegan. In a way, you are contributing to reducing your carbon footprint and reducing pollution and providing some place for future generation to continue living. And so for me, I feel it's a smart choice. Now, do I think that everyone should be vegan? I mean, to each his own. I've made that choice for my health and for the environment. And also, I feel terrible for the animals who go through these things just for us to have food. I do feel that there are other ways for us to eat. Plant-based is, today we have a lot more options than before. And so if you can't be vegan every day, maybe you can try it one day a week. Maybe you can try it 2 days a week. Slowly like implement it. And just that, you're starting like by contributing to a better world, to a better pollution and stuff. You're contributing to reducing that if you make these small steps sometimes. Doesn't mean that you have to be 100% vegan. I don't think that's even possible for everyone on this planet to be 100% vegan, but we can do better. So why not? Let's try it. So the type of changes that I've noticed with my health personally by being vegan, first compliment I was getting was on my skin. People were noticing that it was glowing. So I'm like, wow, I didn't realize. I mean, you see yourself in the mirror all the time. And you don't always pay attention to that. But when you go out there in the world and people are like, wow, Caroline, is it your diet? I mean, your skin is glowing. So I think that definitely contributed because I make smart choices when it comes to the type of food I eat. You can be vegan and be unhealthy if you eat a lot of sugar and so on and so forth. But I choose really like lots of fruits and green vegetables and plant-based proteins. So I'm careful about the type of vegan I decide to be. And so I noticed the difference in my health. For my digestion, it greatly improved. No more bloating. That was probably coming from all that dairy consumption that I was putting into my body. So for the digestion, a large improvement. And all the fiber that I'm getting from all these fruits and veggies also help you eliminate better and so get rid of toxins in your body. So yeah, it's definitely a plus for me. I'm wearing this shirt where I got at a vegan festival. And basically, if you go on to their website, you will learn more about being vegan and learn more about their cause. And who knows, maybe you can try being vegan for a day, slowly implementing these habits into your regimen and see how it goes, because every little bit counts. So this has been, in a nutshell, the reason why I became vegan. I hope that I explained it clearly for everyone, and I hope that you give it a try sometime. Who knows? I see a lot of experiences on YouTube where people try it for 30 days and talk and rave about about the great results that they have gotten. So it's definitely something we should look into. If you're new here, please support my channel by hitting the subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the post notification bell in order for you to be notified every time I upload new content. And if you like what you see here, go ahead, hit the like button and share with your friends. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. And remember, be beautiful and be healthy while at it.